Our second award is the Reuters Fellowship, sponsored by Reuters. The winner is Jonas Ekblom from Colombia. Jonas spent a year in Bosnia and Herzegovina, where he witnessed the reburial of more than 600 newly identified victims of the Srebrenica massacre. Jonas speaks English, Norwegian, and Dutch, so of course we're sending him to the Reuters Bureau in Brussels. Presenting is Tiffany Wu, the Reuters America's editor and member of the OPC Foundation board.
Okay, perfect. Well, thanks for having me, you guys. A bit more like this, I guess. Cool. So, I want to tell you guys about the first time I learned about, winning this award and being a Reuters fellow. And I did what any upstanding journalist would do. I called my mom. And so, it was very late in the middle of the night back home in Sweden, and she's a teacher, so she's always up very late grading papers and stuff. And so I called her and I told her the news, and she just let out a big "oh no," because a lot of our friends and family whatnot, they expect us to come home, and me especially, because I spent most of my adult life abroad, and after my year at Columbia, she wanted me to come back and everything, but in many ways, I don't think she should worry too much about that, because I looked to my home country and countries all over the world, and there's stories to tell everywhere. And in a way, I guess it might be a bit like swearing in church, but I feel in today's tiny world, especially for my generation, it's important not to just look outside our borders, but also inside our borders. And because for a certain subset of us, it's very easy for us to travel between New York and Vilnius or Amsterdam or whatnot, and you sit in coffee shops that look largely the same. You sit with people who largely do the same thing as you do, and you sit with people who also share similar viewpoints as you do, and much so more than some of the country women and men that we share passports with. And I've seen that personally studying politics in the UK and the fallout from Brexit, for example, and also working at Swedish embassies and consulate in Belgium, and just how the dynamics of places where people who feel left out and left not sitting by the table, not just individuals but whole countries like Britain, right? And I don't know, not just to say there's always going to be a place for telling stories of people living far away from us or leading different lives than us, but I think those lives, much more than ever, is not necessarily always found crossing borders, but also inside of them. And I think my generation will have to work even harder to find those different lives, be it in your home country or somewhere else. And I don't know, we'll see where I end up after this. I'm going to Brussels in the fall, and then we'll see. All I know is my mom will come around eventually. So, but thank you guys for this opportunity and chance. So, thank you.